Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Options Trader Today. So today we'll be discussing how the silver has keep surprising us. Right now the silver is trading at a level of around 61.02 as you can see looking at this particular chart. Okay, so in this video I'll give you a clear 48 hours plan across the 15 minutes chart, 2 hours chart and a daily chart showing the support and resistance I'm watching and the news driving this rally. Let's jump in. Okay, if you see a quick headlines, large ETFs inflows and investor demands are pushing higher and higher because see if you look at the trend, there is a continuous upside we have seen in the rally of silver and market are pricing in US. Okay, because the price of silver is going higher and higher and Fed easing which lower interest rate, real rates and industrial demand especially for solar and EVs and electronics is tightening supply. Those three forces have been the main fuel behind the breakout into the 60s dollars. Okay, because we have seen the silver is used in mostly all the EVs, electronics and the solar things. Okay, so price are going higher. This is one of the factors. Price right now is trading at a level of 61.03 as you can see. Okay, it is forming this particular pattern and a higher chances of further upside can be seen if it keep moving up $61.18. Okay, and immediate resistance which is around $62 as we have seen that a level of around $61.8 which is on a 15 minutes chart. This level is already weak, $61.63 and this level is on a 15 minutes chart is weak and that's yesterday's intraday high and the next logical supply zone. Immediate support we can see strong support coming at a level of 59.3 then to a level of 59. These are the two levels of support we can see. Okay, so if it breaks this level, a probability of touching 59 can be seen. Okay, now on the 15 minutes chart you can see the momentum is strong. Okay, and short term indicator can get overbought fast because see if you look at this trend, it has come from a level of around 48. This is a 15 minute chart and a continuous zone we have seen till here and then it was in this zone and as soon as the zone breakout happens at 59.3 which was an high, that it has made a high of around $61.5. Okay, now looking at this particular chart of 15 minutes you can see there is a strong short term indicators can get overbought fast and if you look at this particular trend, there is an expect pullback to the area of 59. There is a probability because that is a strong support as I've already mentioned you. Those are the pullback buys for scalper. If you get a clean rejection candle or a bounce off, if you get a clean rejection and a 15 minutes VWAP or 20 EMA, I am not discussing on the EMAs, but if it VWAP or 20 EMA, if the 15 minute closes decisively below 58.5, okay, then there is a probability of further fall or with the rising volume, then red flags for a deeper intraday corrections. But if you go on a 2 hours chart, you will see how the price on the basis of 2 hour chart is moving. If you look at the 2 hours chart, we have seen there is a continuous rise and rise from around 3 or 5 candles on a 2 hours chart basis. Okay, on this 2 hours chart we have seen clear uptrend, higher and higher and lowers and lowers. Okay, this is the trend which is most supporting an upside on the 2 hours chart and as soon as the price started going upside above 59.3, there is a clear indication of upside and forming around 6 candle of 2 hours chart. Now the price is moving in this zone, so probability can be high that if the price started going above a level of around 61.4, then there is an upside. It can make a new high and can go further upside. Okay, and if you look at this trend, a 2 hours close above 62, then we can see it can go further high is a confirmation to hold or add. A 2 hours close below 58 indicates an immediate swing or open to the further low around 56 can be seen. Best what you can do, you can trail your SL. That is very important, trailing your SL by 0.5 because the volatility is high on the upside above 62 or if it goes below a level of 59.3, a downside, you can trail your SL. That is to save your profit. Now coming on a daily chart, what you can see coming on a daily chart, which is this video is for our next 2 days. See, there is a continuous upside we have seen from 2 days for a chart. Now looking at this particular chart, we can see that there is a continuous breakdown into new multiple year highs. Daily momentum is bullish, but RSI is extended, so healthy pullback are normal and expected. The medium term bullish case stays intact while price remain above a level of 59.3, as you can see looking at this particular chart. Now if you look at this particular chart, the main catalyst that could flip sentiment are hawkish US data, a stronger than expected dollar, or a sudden ETF profit booking. But the supply store and a rate cut expectation keeps a bullish bias for now. Okay, and if you look at this specific setup, I'm watching for the next 48 hours. What you can see on a day-wise chart, that if the price sustain this level, it can move towards a level of 61.9, which is an high. So it can touch a level of 62.5 to a level of 63 to a level of 63.5 or 64. So by trailing your SL by 0.5, at least you will capture a higher movement towards 63.5 to a level of 64. But if the price keeps falling, yesterday's high, that is around $60.5, you can say 60.7. Then again, if the price started going below this level, it can touch a level of 59.3, which is a strong support. So a bounce back can be seen, but if the price didn't bounce back, we can see a further fall. Okay, so if it started falling below 60.7, again trail your SL by 0.5, so at least you'll capture a higher movement towards downside, and then we can see it can move towards a level of 58.9 after crossing 59.3, and if that didn't sustain, a further fall can be seen towards $56.6, 57.6. Then a further fall can be seen towards a level of around $56.8, and once the price falling below this level, chance of touching 56.4, and then it can move towards 54.5. After 56.4, we can see level of 54.5. Okay, now what you can see looking at this particular chart, see on a day-wise chart, as I've already told you, there's a specific watch for 64 to 48 hours. A pullback can be seen from a level of $59.3 or $59. Okay, on a 15-minute confirmation, target of 62 or and stop under $59.3 or 59, you can say. Tactical swing, buy dips into 58 to 59 on the 2 hours with a target of 64. This is what I can see on the chart, but there is a probability what you have to see, that if the price sustain above $59.3 and it bounce back, then only we can see it can further high towards again a level of 60. But if the price sustain above 62, because it is already trading above that level, so it can touch a level of $62 and then you can trail your SL. So probability of touching 62.5, 63 and further high can be seen. But if it started falling below a level of 60.8, it can touch a level of 59.3, and from there a bounce back can be seen. But if the price didn't bounce back, we can see it can move towards 57.8 to a level of 57 to a level of 56.5. Okay, now probability, what I think will happen, my probability read for 48 hours or next 2 days, slightly higher chances of continuation, roughly 60% to retest, and then going back again on a level of 62 to 62.5, and these are the levels. But it has to touch a level of 59.3 or 59 if it bounce back from this level. But if that didn't bounce back, we can see there can be a further fall. Okay, now what you can see on this corrective measures, quick risk rules, keep position size small. Okay, at high levels, use defined stops, watch volumes, open interest, and rising volumes on up moves is bullish, while rising volumes on down move signal distribution. Keep an eye on the US economic data, and the calendars like PPI, CPI or Fed marks can move this market. Okay, understand, if you are putting your SL, trailing SL, quantity SL, all these things, it is your money, so you have to understand and your risk management. That is how you can make profit. If you are trailing your SL or putting your SL, that is very important for saving your capital as well as profit. Okay, now this is my 48 hours plan or next 2 days. Now silver is trading at a level of 60.94 currently, and which setup will you trade? A 59.3 pull up back. Okay, or a 2 hour swing. Drop a comment like it was useful. Subscribe for more live setups. Trade safely. Thank you.